Thornhill.
The Speaker of the House took the fall, and the Prime Minister continues to blame everyone else. A full-blown international embarrassment for our country, for our allies, and for everything this nation did to defeat the Nazis. An actual Nazi invited to the House of Commons, welcomed and celebrated as a hero, and a government that vetted everyone here.
Shame.
The PM has called Canadian citizens Nazis. Will he muster the courage and stand up on his feet today and take responsibility?
The Honourable Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I think we all feel the deep embarrassment and shame of what happened on Friday. Had anyone in this House known what the Speaker was going to do ahead of time and who this person was, I am certain that not a single person would have stood in this House of Commons. But the fact of the matter is, and my Conservative colleagues know this, that neither the Prime Minister nor the government nor the Ukrainian delegation or any parliamentarian in this place knew ahead of time. It was the Speaker's decision. He's taken responsibility and he has resigned. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Member for Thornhill.
The minister who is now whispering was louder when she also painted Canadians as Nazis, and she can't bring herself to apologize for an actual Nazi this government vetted. Worse even, she tried to strike it from the historical record of this House as if it never happened. A descendant of Holocaust survivors distorting the Holocaust. You should be ashamed of yourself. I don't know how many...
Just a reminder for all questions and comments to be through the chair. The Honourable Member for Thornhill, you get about 5 seconds left there.
How many times I'm going to have to ask this Prime Minister for an apology that he has slandered, dishonored, and embarrassed Holocaust survivors, but I think 2 times is too many.
Yeah. The Honourable Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, while the member opposite tries to personally attack me, I will actually stay focused on the facts. The fact of the matter is, and she knows this as well as every other member in this House, is that it was the Speaker who decided to invite this individual. It was the Speaker who acknowledged that he was going to acknowledge him in the chamber. No one in this chamber knew ahead of time of who he was. The Speaker has taken full responsibility for this. He has resigned. It was the right thing to do. It was the honourable thing to do. And it is something that had to be done.
The audio's not on. Hold on a sec. There you go. The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm rising on a point of order about the language that was used during question period today. I know how deeply hurt the Government House Leader has been by the actions of the Speaker on Friday, and she has handled questions with dignity and grace and in a measured way, trying to bring truth to this. During question period, the honourable member from Thornhill called her a disgrace. The Leader of the Opposition repeated that and called her a disgrace. Mr. Speaker, I don't think that's parliamentary language, and I would like them to apologize to her.
The Honourable Member for Thornhill.
By my words, in fact, what I should have said is that the House Leader is a disgrace.
Listen, I'm going to go back and review the audio, and I'm going to go back and review the audio and come back to the House. The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary of the Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, Whether it's Beauchesne's or our standing orders, you will find that all members are honorable members.
Right.
It is inappropriate for members to yell across the chamber saying that you are a disgrace. That there is no doubt inappropriate. The Deputy Conservative House Leader just stood in her place and said the same thing, and that is clear.
Order. 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 We had a really loud day today that was very difficult because of the difficult situation that we find ourselves in at this time. And whether we accept one movement or another makes it that much more difficult. I will recognize the Honourable Parliamentary Secretary. I will listen to what he has to say. And then I will go back to just review exactly what has been said. The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
Mr. Speaker, as you know, whether it's Beauchesne's 6th edition or our standing orders, you will find that it is unparliamentary to be able to use words such as disgrace because all members are honourable members. Mm-hmm. And the member that was risen on the first point...
Misrepresenting the facts. Can you let him finish?
Order. 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 The Honourable Parliamentary Secretary.
I'll start from where I left off, Mr. Speaker. The Deputy Conservative Leader said things that you indicated that you would review. She then stood in her place and reinforced it verbally, Mr. Speaker, saying that she was a disgrace. That goes against our rules of the House. She should do the right thing and apologize. If she doesn't apologize, Mr. Speaker, I think it's important as you review what was said during, but also review in terms of what the member just said officially on the record. Hopefully she'll apologize.
I think I'm standing here, so when I'm standing here, I would like to have the opportunity to be able to speak for a few moments. Okay, thank you. I did hear it, I did hear the reinforcement, and I do need to remind everyone that we are honourable members, and that we should try to keep our comments about the character of others as truthful as we possibly can. And to make sure that we don't call people names when we're doing that. I will look to the member for Thornhill whether or not she would like to retract that. I would suggest that maybe we should, so we can move on to the vote that we are going to have today. So, no? Okay. Well, I will review it. I will come back to the House on that.